Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ready. 55. Check. 55. Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's a six.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Harper. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 2nd and 9 now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
gun now on third down. He's going to air one. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Cowboys.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Alert. Switch. Under 10. 10. Let's go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check 13. Alert 3. Slam. 24. Mike, 55. Check.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Down and 12.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. 54. Check. Slam. Watch the safety creep. Bang. 24.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert. Give it that ball, defense. 24. Slam. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A run for Nick Chubb. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 6-0 our score after one. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, 59! 55, Mike, 54, truck. Eat. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 25. Check 25. Check hot route. Hey, 55. Check 43.
From the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They start on the ground with Elliott. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
56. Check 56. Target.
A first down carry by Elliott. Nice move at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. On first down, Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 21-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a first down throw. Watson, flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Give me some. Here we go. Watch the ship. Get the boy down. He's coming. Watch the ship. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check safety.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check right. Watching your 5. Hey, 31.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 59. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah. Check 26, 55.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
I'm letting you know right. 54. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 27, Watson. It's caught right side by Daniels. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check, 19, 54. Check. Mark 55. Over. I got you, Pop. 29. Lucky. Say. 31. And let's go.
On first down, it's Watson. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill. Watch out.
Now Watson operating from the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
On second down, here's Mixon, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
In your face. 25. What twist? What? 36. 9 of them.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
24. No. Check it. Alert.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 4.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check it back.
Watson. And Daniels has it, left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13 to 10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense. 56 to Mike. 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16.
To number 88. A gain of 29 yards. First down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
I got you. I got you. Switch. Kill.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Switch. Check.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Daniels.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
That's what I do. Switch. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, 59.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
49, check 49. Undercrunch. Check 4.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 55 to Mike. Hey, 31. 55 to Mike. Here we go. Watch 26. The twins.
Here we go on fourth. Watson buying time to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 right at the 40.
Switch. Under 10. Check 13.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he gets it down to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch the safety creep. Bang, 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 bang. Slam. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Tighten up. Get the boy down. He's coming. Shoot. And him up.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He completes this one to Mack. And down inside the 15 he goes. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
25, check 25, check 25. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 43.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Another try for Mixon, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
He may try and run for this. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Raiders, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.